Hi, welcome to Dear English with me, of course, Teacher Mervin. In today's lesson, we're going to look at the verbs come and go. These verbs might seem simple, but there are considerations that we have to take. And as Filipino learners, we are sometimes confused when to use the verb come and when to use the verb go. There are simple verbs, but they actually have similar meanings. And for that reason, they are often used incorrectly by English learners. In this lesson, we'll take a close look at the differences so that you can feel more confident when you use them. So let's get started. The one that will determine in using whether the verb come or the verb go is the direction or movement. Is it towards someone or something? Or is it away from someone or something? First, let's talk about the verb come. Now, we have to remember that in every conversation that we make, there's always an encoder and a decoder, or to make it easier for us to understand, there are a speaker and listener who are involved. Now, these are the things that you need to know when to use come. First, its direction is towards the speaker. Example, come here and I'll show you the way. Next, towards the direction of the listener, just like a conversation on the phone. Example, I can come to your farm by Friday. Maybe you're confused with this example, but you're seeing and hearing it right. I'm using the correct verb, which is come on this example. Now, the question is why? Since you're talking to the listener who is also the owner of the farm, and he or she is right there on the farm, we have to use the verb come. But if you still insist that it should be the verb go because of the direction or the movement that I've said a while ago, then you have to think about my explanation for consideration number 2. Sometimes, we just use words that sound good, not knowing that we're using them incorrectly. Third, when talking about other person or someone else, meaning both the speaker and the listener are talking about other person. The question now is, where is this other person moving? Is he moving towards or away from the speaker or listener? For example, the speaker is telling the listener this, I was told by Leander that he will come to your farm too. Why did I use the verb come? It is because the listener is on the farm right now. He's not somewhere else. Even if Leander is moving towards the location of the speaker, still we have to use the verb come. Now, if you will ask me, what's wrong if you will use these sentence constructions instead of those given as examples? I can go to your farm by Friday, and I was told by Leander that he will go to your farm too. My answer is, there's nothing wrong with them if we talk about sentence constructions. They are actually grammatically correct, but we have to use them in the right situations. Now, when can we consider these constructions accepted? Let's go back to the scenario that we had. The speaker is talking to the listener on the phone. I can go to your farm by Friday is accepted if the listener, who is the owner of the farm, is not on the farm right now. Maybe he's out of the country, or maybe in a place far from the farm. Same case with, I was told by Leander that he will go to your farm too. The listener or the owner is not on the farm on that very moment. Now, let's have our second verb, which is go. Same case with the verb come. We also need the speaker and the listener to discuss this easily. So, when to use the verb go? First, if the movement is away from both the speaker and listener. Example, I need to go to the office. In this example, we have to consider the reference point of the speaker, which is the house. So the movement is away from the house. Another example, you should go to school. The speaker is telling the listener to proceed to school where both of them are in the same reference point, which is probably their house. So the movement of the listener is away from the house. That's why we're using the verb go. Second, Other person or someone else moving away from either the speaker or listener. For example, Andrea will go to the mall. Why go? It's because Andrea is not in the mall right now. The speaker is not in the mall, and the listener is not in the mall too during the conversation. Alright, I hope I have made come and go clearer for you now. Let's just have a quick review. Direction determines whether we have to use the verb come or the verb go. If it's towards the speaker, most of the time we're using the verb come. That is why Rose of the Titanic said, come back," when she was calling the rescuers who were a bit far from her. And then we're using the verb go if it's away from both the speaker and the listener. That is why in the movie Gangster Squad, Ryan Gosling said, "Don't go," and Emma Stone answered back, "Don't let me." There's one more thing that you have to remember in using the verb come or the verb go. When you see the word here, you have to use the verb come. And if you see the word there, then you have to use the verb go. For example, come here, get this book, then go there for payment. Another example, after coming here in the Philippines, will you go there in Thailand? Now, the best way to get comfortable with come and go is of course to practice them. If you found this video helpful, please hit the like button, share it with your friends, and of course find time to subscribe. Until next time, thank you for watching and happy studying. Bye bye.